This video is one of the puzzle that you're gonna put to your information to understand more about your conscious mind and also unconscious. Because like I said before, so I want to expand a little bit, that there are so many things that we don't know, and whatever we don't know, it's still in our unconscious. So, like Carl Jung said, more things we bring from unconscious to conscious to our awareness, then more conscious we become. Like a baby, how many things baby knows? Nothing. So whatever you can put in that baby mind, that from the beginning, growing, that on the beginning baby, then small child will believe you. And that baby doesn't know if that stuff, whatever we're putting there, is going to be beneficial. So it is so easy to program our minds. And it's not in our conscious awareness, isn't it? That's why I want to stress that importance of conscious and unconscious mind so badly. Because when we will understand, then we will know that we can take care of our mind, at least as much as we're conscious. So more consciously we are, more things we can bring to our awareness and make that life better, absolutely. What does it mean better? So make that experience from a richer understanding, not to be follower, not to copy anyone, but do things from as much awareness as possible. So it means that bring from unconscious to our conscious as much as possible and try to understand. So in this video I will give you some basic information about thoughts, because what we don't know, that behind thought there is energy. Do you know that? Are you aware of it? It's not in immediate awareness. When you will understand that, when you understand that, then you will absolutely understand those numbers. Because right now it could be like, what about those numbers? And you might not even take this map seriously. But from your personal experience, where would you be in your life? In despair, live in blame, regrets, anxiety, or in trust, optimism? Where would you like to be? So from your own experience you know that those places are not good to be. It does not mean that we cannot experience them. Yes, we can, but with understanding that they are not beneficial to us, that it's better to cross that line and go to more powerful, I might say, energies, because thought, wherever you start to think, has its own energy. When you have thoughts of blame, those thoughts will be in you. And we don't really know how the thought can stay with me. It's not really thought, but that energy will stay with you. And then, like attracts like, right? The same energy that you have in yourself will be attracted to you back. There is a famous saying that wherever you give, you are getting back. Because like attracts like. If you are angry all the time, it's like anger related to hate. When you are angry all the time, what you can experience? Anger, and you constantly angry at people, and you want to control them, right? Because what you don't know, that you have that energy of anger. And now, because like attracts like, you attract more anger. So when you start to understand that it is in my power to attract what I want to attract, it is of my power to let go of those energy, because it is. We do have that ability as a humans. If we would not have that ability, probably the reason that we have that human experience wouldn't be that good and hopeful for all of us. So try to be as much conscious as possible. That it is my intention behind those all the videos that I made already and going to make. Just make ourselves more conscious and conscious. I'm learning with you, because I'm reading and expanding my knowledge and expanding my ability, so I can give back that knowledge to you. Because not always, I know I'm not that clear always. I might understand some things already, and I was not able to explain them when I was presenting in front of you. So see, even me, I just catch myself, oh, I understand that, because I went through already that information in wider understanding. But for you, it's like a first step. So I have to be careful as well what I want to tell you, so you can have easy way to understand. I know that there is not really easy way, but sometimes we can complicate too much, and simple things are not that simple, right? So what about that thought and energy? Because that probably going to be the heart of this video. What was discovered, that level 100, so we are here when that fear and anxiety has thoughts from that level, has its own energy, and that thought is related to that number, 10 power minus 700 millions, and that power is showed in microvolts. So it is like energy in microvolts, and when you calculate that number, you will get very small number. I don't even know how to read that number, right? And then the thought from the level of 500, that loving thought. You have 500. Loving thought. When you have loving attitudes toward life, then you start to love what you do. When you start to see beauty around, that's the indication that you are on that positive path. Because there is no so much battle inside of you, and you start to love what you do, and you don't blame anymore. You just took responsibility. So took responsibility for your life, of course, and that thoughts from that level have that power in microvolts, energy 10 power to minus 35 millions. And that number here is a very small number in microvolts, but we're talking about one thought, loving and fear thought. And so which thought has more power to give you? Of course, 500. That's why when we have some hateful thoughts from this area, they are not that powerful like thoughts from here, because our day it's like a mixture of everything, right? So because of thoughts from this area, our life is going on. We have an energy to do something, even though there are still thoughts from this area. There are still so emotion, because what do you mean by emotion? It's like energy behind that emotion. It's energy, because we have energy, then we express that in our emotion. So an energy is expressed in our emotions, and depends what kind of and what's energy behind. We call it vibration, but it's an energy, real energy, that could be proved in microvolts. But the number is like so small, we don't pay attention to it. But what about if you have 1,000 millions dots of the same? Can you imagine how much more energy you can have? Loving thoughts and angry thoughts. How angry thoughts can keep you, because you have so many millions, billions. Yes, it is possible to have thoughts in that number. But we don't have thoughts wherever they are. We are collecting energy that is behind thoughts. And energy, the same energy, wherever we have, attracts more the same. Like attracts like. So there is no magic to it. There is no magic to it, because you cannot lie to yourself. You cannot lie to yourself. Whatever you have, you have. Either you have to let go, or you keep to yourself, and you will attract the same. When you are in constant anger, just know that you have a lot of anger energy in you. When you blaming, there are so many people blaming, right? Some blaming for money, because there is a lot of money in blaming, and some just, they don't know. They don't have much of awareness what's going on, so it's good to blame. And schools right now are on that level that teach you that it's good to blame. Because of them, you are here, right? Because of them. And it's hard to figure it out who to blame. But it's me. See? That's energies that I can attract. So it's not them, it's me. I truly attract what I am right now. And the good thing is that we can change. Is it easy to change? With understanding, it is, absolutely. Because whatever you have wants to stay in you. It's like, if you want to let it go, it's resistance. You will have those thoughts, no, I want to stay with you. I said they, in meaning of thoughts, I want to stay with you. They pretend that they love you, but why they pretend they love me if they're hate so much, if there is so much hate in it. So it's a it's a game. So there is so much resistance to keep whatever you have in us. And when you will understand that it's just natural to have that resistance, and you will learn from my next videos how to let go of that resistance, because behind resistance is also energy of resistance. So to build yourself up, it is work. That's why we are saying, okay, take good care of yourself, because if you won't understand what you are, that you can attract all kinds of energies. And if you don't understand what kind of energies are beneficial and good for you, then you will stay here. Our emotional side you will have to understand in a historical perspective as well. Because when times were very, very hard, we only attracted what we could, because there was a survival issue. We wanted to survive. So that's why those energies were at that time, wherever they were. The ability to experience at that time from understanding and consciousness was at that level. But what we must know, that as a humans we do have the ability to grow emotionally. Absolutely, because if we would not have that ability, nothing would change. Nothing. We would stay in that area of Stone Age still, because we would not be able to change. But because some were so brave and paved that path for change, we know now that many people resisted and stayed in that Stone Age. They resisted. They still don't understand that they do have consciousness, that consciousness can grow from unconscious. They are still very, very unconscious, because they don't know that they can change and move up. So in historical perspective, we cannot blame that part in us that was growing. We cannot. That part helped us to survive. But now, because we understand more, we don't need to operate in those emotions, but they are still in us. How to let them go. And that's the that's the intention and the whole idea about my videos all about, because there are so many information out there, and I experienced on my own as well, to not truly help us to grow, but still for control. There are some people that are using this information just to have a group of people that will be dependable. So it is like one person knows more, I know more, so I am a leader right now, follow me. No, it is very, very dangerous approach to understanding. You must be very, very careful, because it is easy to be used and abused. What do I mean by abused? That your mind could be owned by someone else because you didn't understand fully what the mind is, but somebody did, but wanted to use for its own intention. So be careful. We are not here to kill each other. We are not here to hate each other. We are not here to blame each other. We are here to grow emotionally. And when we will understand that we all on the different level, some are here, some here, some already here. But even that's the awareness must be very clear, because many people were here and dropped themselves because they didn't understand that part, that unconscious, that they had so much energy and they didn't let it go of hate. They had so much optimism and trust. They were so courageous, but also they were so hateful and blame. And they dropped. And they dropped. They were confused, and that energy on the lower scale, on the lower, I might say, vibration. You understand now about that microvolts, that power. Pull them down. So you need to understand that part. You need to understand that part. That's the most important I want to leave with this video, that we do have a power to let go. We do have a power to understand our conscious and unconscious. We won't ever understand fully, but at least bring to our awareness as much as possible. That's our function here, not to stay at the same level. Bring more to our consciousness from unconsciousness, and understand that thoughts, behind them are energies. And whatever thoughts you have right now, if you have lovely thoughts, it's your energy. You adding to your loving energy, and that loving energy that's full of optimism, enthusiasm, will add to it. And when the difficulties will come, you will know what to do. Okay, it's part of life, difficulties. How I can resolve. So you will look at yourself in more sophisticated way, because you will understand so clearly that there is power in you. Absolutely. Not to destroy the world, not to change the world, but only build up yourself on that emotional scale. What you see here, built up with more understanding. And only then you are friend to yourself, not enemy. So stay friendly to yourself, because when you are friendly to yourself, you're friendly to others as well. I hope that I was able to give you just a little bit of info that you were not conscious yet, so you will understand yourself better, and you will become real friend to yourself. So now you understand energy of thought from level of the 100 and level of 500. So you know that it is like an explanation in microvolts, right? How you can understand those numbers? Those numbers, because it would be so difficult, the number could be like a very, very big number, astronomical, right? Those numbers are showed in logarithmic sense. So how you can understand them? Like the 10 power to 20, 10 power to 30, 10 power to 50. And from that understanding, you will know that, and from your own experience, why, if you are here, for example, in grief, regret, why that energy is in lower when you go in optimism. When you start to be more optimistic, you will overcome that energy. So that energy that is more powerful in us will take over. It does not mean that that energy will be let go, because most of it is like a push unconsciously, is suppressed and repressed in us, and that's that understanding I will bring later on. But now I want you to know that when you are here, you have less energy than you are here. And from those arrows, you see that when you are here, it's like your energy is dropping down. You are not feeling that good. But when you are here, your energy like pull you up. It's amazing to know that scale of emotional scale of consciousness, because then you know that you can take care of your emotional side, and then you know that you are able to let go of those emotions that are suppressed and repressed in you. Then you can understand what's going on in your body, at least emotionally. You don't have to understand everything, of course, but what you have power over, it's helpful. It's helpful because then your life will change. That's why we're saying that don't try to change the world, change yourself first. And then the world will be changed because you are changed. And it's proved so many, many times. We know that people right now, in the present time, they are here, very hateful, and they want to change the world. Why they want to change the world? Because they have so much in themselves repressed and suppressed hate. So what do they attract more? Hate energy. How do they see the world? In hate. And they don't really understand. They project their hate or anger on me. Because of me, I made them hateful or angry. They are still in Stone Age, I might say. They don't understand that emotional side. Because that emotional side, like I said many, many times, needs to be matured in steps. From unconscious to conscious. So make yourself absolutely as much conscious as possible. And then you can be free and feel free, like that picture of horse. I love it. I just love it. I keep on my desk because that's the beauty of life, just to feel free, understand, not wild, but free. For animal, that freedom is in the different terms, of course, but for us, for us is in different terms as well. So we are free when we understand those emotions very, very clearly, when we know how to let go of those emotions that are suppressed and repressed in us, and we are expressing wherever we can to our ability, because we do, as a humans, we do have that ability to grow, to mature, to change. So stay friendly to yourself and take good care, and to know how you can help, because that's the only way. That's the only way we can change our life and everything around. If I'm here, I will destroy everything what is around me. But when I will understand that that's the process, I don't want to destroy anything. I don't want to kill anybody. I don't want to hate anybody. I want to just understand and grow and mature. So stay friendly with yourself as much as you can.